your head on my shoulder.
What's up, you guys? It's Gianna, and in today's video, we are going to be focused on harvest. It's a rare blue moon right now. It's currently Halloween, October 31st, 2020. Good old 2020. I'm going to be showing you how to honor and protect yourself during Samhain, Halloween, harvest, whatever you want to call it, and to make sure not only your spirit and your physical body is protected, but your home, your space, your loved ones are protected. Like a small amount of a shadow period during the end of September and the beginning of November, but all in all, that month is huge on the spirit world. We are extremely connected. The veil is little to nothing, and things are not as they seem. This time of the year, you're going to be seeing a lot more shadow people, possessions, entity attachments, as well as just getting intuitive messages, which maybe normally you're not that open to, but during this month, you really are getting the downloads. Empaths, crystal users, tarot users, law of attraction users, I want to keep you all safe and comfortable during this month and be able to expand your magical horizons. So today, everything I'm showing you is going to be protection based, and I want you to practice this the whole month of October. You can put it into practice your entire life, but especially the month of October, especially Halloween night. DIY number one is going to be a harvest protection oil. For this, you could really use any type of vessel. I chose to use glass just because I feel like plastic is not something that absorbs energy as easily. It kind of blocks it out, if anything. With the glass, you can have it penetrated by moonlight, sunlight, any type of rainstorm. Not only is this going to preserve it longer, I actually took out the freaking stopper cap, so it's just gonna be flopping everywhere, but you know, the aesthetics are nice. Normally my oils last 6 months to a year. Of course, you're going to be needing your oil. I personally love grapeseed avocado oil, almond oil, olive oil. So today I'm gonna be using grapeseed just because I just ran out of my olive oil. These are my herb mixes and a few things that are in here. I have many roots. I have angelica root, I have burdock root, I have orange peel, frankincense resin, as you can see, that just the gummy pieces of resin here. Rosemary for protection and banishment, along with some peppermint. And what else do we have in here? It smells so good. I think I have a few other things, like maybe some clove and some passion flower. If I could recommend any herb, definitely go for roots. Dandelion root, marshmallow root, burdock root, arnica root. Roots are incredible in protection magic, and overall it's just a heavier oil and magic you're working with versus lighter things like calendula or roses, things like that. We want super protective herbs and darker herbs. The number one thing you're going to want to do is actually bless your bottle before and after. You're going to just think of the intention, think of a color that you really, really like and resonate with the intention of protection. That could be purple or black. Think of that color, hold onto your glass, envision it filling up the glass almost like a smoke, and do this before and after you're filling your herbs. This is going to get everywhere. I'm going to have to vacuum after. Just going to add my herbs inside. Got a little bit, well, a lot of bit all over the place, but it's fine. I'm just gonna fill this halfway. Next, top it and give it a little bit of a stir. Stir in counterclockwise for protection and banishment, and clockwise for good intentions, positive vibrations. Here is our oil. Hopefully you could see that. And for this oil, I'm gonna let it sit under this super blue moon tonight for Halloween, and then I'm not gonna let any sun touch this oil. After that, I'm gonna let it sit in a dark place for 6 to 8 weeks, possibly drain out the herbs afterwards, or maybe even keep them inside. And then just continually, when I feel like I need protection in a more intense way, not just like, ooh, bad vibes, I need to cleanse, like when I feel a little bit heavy or like there might be something following me, if you understand, I'm just gonna anoint my wrists, my temples, my neck, and the backs of my ears. Number 2, salting your doors. Salting is so important. It's basically warding. Some people may do this to their mirrors to kind of keep away that negative energy and to not allow anything to manifest in that is not of love and light. I know we hate that word, but love and light. I personally salt my doors a bit of a different way. I don't care so much about the type of salt I use because I believe salt is salt and it's pure, but what I mix it with is what gives it that protection value. And here is my secret ingredient that is a little bit trickier to find unless you have a friend who owns one of these animals. But if you have a local witch shop, I'm sure you can either request it or they will have it there for you already. This is black cat hair. And the way that this is collected is obviously extremely ethical. I have a black cat, so I just brush her, and then I take the remains of the brush and put it in here. You can add a pink salt, and if you're in need of extreme protection, I would add a black salt. Some of the things that black salts can be mixed with that make them extra protective is some type of pepper, some type of charcoal or brick mixture, and some essential oils kind of like clove or angelica root oil or rosemary oil. I also like to put this on my windowsills. So I'm just mixing up the hair here. It looks kind of gross, but it's gonna get in all one big clump and you're gonna just separate it. Mix it around, charm it as you will. Lavender. I absolutely love lavender. I love lavender for its connection to spirit, divine love, ridding us of blockages, and allowing us to maintain our boundaries. Lavender is incredible for many things. And the number one thing that I love to use lavender for is smudging and cleansing. So obviously 2 separate practices, but if I'm going to get into a ritual, I can use this for smudge. If it's more of a lighthearted thing, I will just use this daily for a cleanse. This is just beautiful dried lavender. I believe that this is French lavender, but another favorite of mine is actually Spanish lavender. Sorry, I'm trying not to get this all over the place, but here we have it. I'm going to be just showing you how to make a simple smudge wand out of this lavender. You're only gonna need a little bit, so oh, here comes my cats. I'm gonna use just this much. If I were you, I would roll pretty tight because lavender falls very easily, and as you burn it, you don't want big chunks of herb to fly everywhere. It's kind of dangerous unless you're gonna burn it outdoors, which I definitely advise. So here we go. This is so fun. This is one of my all-time favorite smudges. And growing it yourself makes it a lot easier because you don't have to go and forage for it. You can just create it at home. It's kind of like what I do with rosemary and sage as well. I use different types of sages. I personally stopped using white sage unless it was white sage I already have or goes into my products. But I grow my own different types of sages. Some sages that I love and I think that you should look into if you're needing an alternative is blue sage and desert sage, and blue sage is mixed with other things like dragon's blood or yerba santa, frankincense, things like that. Here is our smudge wand. I'm gonna do a little burn test for us so we can get the cleansing and our boundaries up and protection. So please enjoy me for a minute if you would like to be cleansed. Let's see how it's very big flames. So our intention here, protection, cleansing, blessings of the harvest moon, happiness, abundance. And I'm just gonna put this out now. I believe even if you're not a typical lavender lover, maybe you don't like it in teas or body lotions or things like that, you'll love the smell of lavender being burnt. That is something that I think is an incredible scent. The second to last thing we're going to be creating is actually a vinegar, kind of like, I would say, cleaning elixir. I've used this elixir for a long time. I actually learned it from my mom, and I use it all around my house to cleanse my space, physically. She's a cleanly, whatever you want to call it, lover, and she taught me all I know about cleaning. I'm not very good, but this is one thing that I inherited that I would say is fairly good. Again, not only does it have actual properties, when I mean actual, I say typical, but it has magical properties as well. Things you're going to be needing. You're going to need a little spray bottle or some type of holder. You can also use, I don't know, a bottle that you like. Step number 1, a soap base. Use any soap that you like, that you feel cleans very well. You can use a bit of just Blue Dawn. I feel like it's the most gentle, sensitive. Raw apple cider vinegar with Mother. I could just take a shot at this right now. Love, love, love apple cider vinegar. Here's our ratios at this moment. And another thing you can do with that leftover lavender is pop it into your blend here. Make sure they're always dried. You don't want to put anything that's fresh into oils or waters like this. We're going to be adding some essential oils for magical properties and scent. The first oil I'm going to be using is basic clove oil. Next, I'm going to be using some orange. Orange and clove are both very protective and loving energies. Go ham, clean your house, use it as you will. Last but not least, we will be using a cleansing bath. For this cleansing herbal crystal bath, you're going to be needing amethyst and peppermint. If you don't have peppermint, you can substitute that with rosemary or orange peel. Feel free to use little chunks or one big cluster. This is the cluster I'm going to be using here. These are bath safe. Amethyst and quartz are always bath safe. We're going to be putting some candles in there, as well as topping it off with our herbs and blending that in with our hands in a clockwise direction before we get into the bath. Now, while you're in the bath, take a bath as you normally will, and maybe recite some affirmations. I am loved. I am worthy. I am beautiful. I am smart. I am vibrant. I hope you guys enjoyed these simple Samhain Halloween harvest tips. Remember to stay safe, be smart, and enjoy tonight. Manifest a lot, my little loves. Bye!